Welcome to the world of gardening. First, let's dive into understanding your space. Now, we might not give it much thought, but the space we're working with plays a pivotal role in our gardening journey. It's not just about the size, but it's also about the factors that influence how your plants will grow and thrive. Sunlight exposure, for instance, is crucial. Some plants bask in the sun, while others prefer the cooler, shaded areas. So take a moment to observe. Where does the sun rise and set? Which areas get the most sunlight? A simple observation like this can guide you in placing your plants where they'll flourish best. Now let's talk about soil. It's the life source for your plants. Different plants have different soil preferences. Some like it rich and loamy, others prefer sandy or clay soils. So get your hands dirty. Feel your soil. Is it sandy, loamy, or clayey? Knowing your soil type will help you choose the right plants or amend it to suit your desired plant's needs. And what about climate? Your local climate can dictate what plants will thrive in your garden. Are you in a tropical, temperate, or arid region? Certain plants thrive in heat, while others prefer cooler climates. Knowing your climate will guide you in selecting plants that will not only survive, but thrive. So, you see, understanding your space is not just about how much area you have, it's about observing and understanding the conditions within that space. It's about recognizing the sunlight, the soil, and the climate. It's about using this knowledge to create a space where your plants can flourish. So, before you start picking out seeds and planting, take some time to understand your space. Observe, feel, and take in the environment. Your garden is a canvas, and understanding your space is the first step in creating your masterpiece. Remember, a well-understood space is the foundation of a flourishing garden. Now that we've understood our space, it's time to choose our garden stars, the plants. There's a bounty of plant types out there, each with its own charm and purpose. Let's start with flowers. Flowers are the crown jewels of any garden. Their vibrant colors and intoxicating scents can transform any space into a paradise. But remember, each flower has its own unique needs. Some love basking in the sun while others prefer the cool shade. So make sure you consider your garden's sunlight exposure before making your selection. Next up, vegetables. Nothing beats the satisfaction of serving up a meal made from veggies you've grown yourself. Plus, they can add a unique aesthetic to your garden. Leafy greens like spinach and lettuce are easy to grow and can thrive in both sun and shade. Root vegetables like carrots and potatoes, on the other hand, need a lot of sunlight and well-drained soil. So, take a good look at your soil and sunlight conditions before deciding on your veggies. Now let's talk herbs. Herbs are a must-have for any garden. Not only do they add a fresh aroma, but they're also incredibly useful in the kitchen. Most herbs like basil, rosemary, and thyme prefer sunny spots. But some, like mint and parsley, can do well in shadier areas too. Choosing your plants isn't just about their individual needs though. It's also about how they'll interact with each other. Some plants do well together, helping each other grow and keeping pests away. For instance, marigolds can deter pests from your tomatoes. So think about these plant relationships when making your choices. And finally, always consider your local climate. Some plants thrive in cooler climates while others need warm, sunny days. Your local garden center can guide you on the best plants for your area. Remember, your garden is a reflection of you. Whether you want a rainbow of flowers, a practical vegetable patch, or a fragrant herb garden, the choice is yours. It's about creating a space that brings you joy and peace. Choosing the right plants will breathe life and beauty into your garden. With our plants chosen, let's move on to laying out our dream garden. The layout of your garden plays a crucial role in its overall appeal. Whether you choose a formal layout with its structured, symmetrical design, or an informal layout with its free-flowing, naturalistic style, the choice is yours. Color theory can also be a fun and creative way to select plants. Warm colors like reds, oranges, and yellows can make a garden seem more intimate and cozy, while cool colors like blues, purples, and greens can create an impression of depth and distance. Mixing and matching colors can bring a dynamic contrast to your garden, or you can create a tranquil space by using monochromatic hues. Remember, the layout isn't just about aesthetics. It's also about ensuring that each plant has enough space to grow and thrive. A well-planned layout will ensure a harmonious and aesthetically pleasing garden. Equipped with our layout, it's time to gather the gardening tools we'll need. First up, a good pair of gloves to protect your hands from thorns, splinters, and the drying effects of soil. Next, you won't get far without a sturdy shovel. Ideal for digging holes for planting and moving soil around, a shovel is a gardener's best friend. Pruning shears are another must-have. These are perfect for trimming back overgrown plants and maintaining the shape of your shrubs. Then, there's the garden rake. Useful for clearing leaves and debris, it also helps to break up soil and spread compost. Don't forget a watering can or a garden hose. Regular hydration is key to a lush, thriving garden. Lastly, a wheelbarrow comes in handy for moving compost, plants, or heavy loads of soil. Having the right tools at hand will make your gardening journey smooth and enjoyable. Great, we have our tools. Now, let's talk about watering our garden and keeping it healthy. The importance of proper irrigation cannot be overstated. It's a lifeline for plants, ensuring they have enough moisture to grow and thrive. There are several watering systems available, each with its own set of benefits. Sprinkler systems, for example, are great for covering large areas and are especially useful for lawns. They distribute water evenly, mimicking natural rainfall. However, they can sometimes be less efficient as water can evaporate before reaching the plant roots. Drip irrigation is another effective method. It delivers water directly to the root zone of plants, reducing water wastage and promoting healthier, more robust growth. This is particularly beneficial for vegetable gardens and flower beds. Soaker hoses are yet another option, providing a slow, steady stream of water that seeps directly into the soil. These are ideal for rows of plants or long flower beds, ensuring that water reaches deep into the root system. Choosing the right watering method depends on your garden's specific needs. Factors like garden size, plant types, and local climate all play a role in this decision. Aside from watering, regular maintenance is crucial for a thriving garden. This includes tasks like weeding, pruning, and fertilizing. Weeds compete with your plants for resources, so regular weeding helps your plants get the nutrients they need. Pruning keeps plants healthy and promotes better growth. Fertilizing replenishes nutrients in the soil, helping your plants grow stronger and healthier. Another important aspect of maintenance is monitoring your plants for signs of disease or pests. Early detection can make a huge difference, allowing you to address the problem before it gets out of hand. Remember, a garden is a living, breathing entity. It needs care and attention, just like any other living thing. By investing time in proper irrigation and regular maintenance, you can ensure your garden remains a lush green sanctuary. Proper irrigation and regular maintenance are key to a lush green garden. As we near the end of our journey, let's discuss long-term care for our garden. A garden isn't a set-it-and-forget-it endeavor. It's a living, breathing entity that requires attention and care throughout its life cycle. Each season brings its own set of tasks. Spring is the time for pruning and preparing beds, while summer is all about watering and pest control. Autumn calls for harvesting and composting, and winter is the time for protecting your plants and planning for the next year. Growth and change are inevitable, and that's a good thing. It's a sign of a thriving garden, but it's also important to keep things in balance. Too much growth can lead to overcrowding and competition for resources. Regular pruning and thinning can help maintain harmony in your garden. And, as your garden evolves, don't be afraid to make adjustments. Try new plants, rearrange your layout, experiment. Remember, a garden is a living entity. It changes and grows over time. Embrace these changes and enjoy the journey. We've covered a lot today in our quest to design our dream garden, from understanding the unique attributes of your space, assessing sunlight, soil type, and climate, to selecting the right plants, whether they're vibrant flowers, nutritious vegetables, or fragrant herbs. We've delved into the exciting realm of layout and design, exploring the contrast between formal and informal gardens, symmetry and asymmetry, and the strategic use of color theory in plant selection. We've also glanced at the essential gardening tools that will be your trusty companions in this endeavor, and discussed irrigation systems and techniques to ensure your garden remains lush and thriving. We've considered long-term care, appreciating the cyclical nature of the garden through the seasons, the growth, the change. Remember, your garden is a reflection of you. So go ahead, start your gardening journey today, and create a space that brings you joy and serenity.